Okay, so we're going to do another gunboxing thing here where I'm going to be reviewing this for AR15.com and making a more full-fledged video walking through all of the features and giving my opinions on it after some abuse and some range testing and all that sort of thing. But before I do that, I have to get some B-roll of this thingy. So while I'm doing that, I may as well give you guys a quick overview kind of gunboxing sort of video. So that's what we're going to do. This is, as you can see, a blade from Swapfox, which is a Prism style sight. That means 1x or no magnification, so the image appears the same as it would with a red dot, but there is a prism lens inside of it and an etched reticle. And inside we have foam. All right, great video, guys. Oh, okay. So there's a sticker, which looks like a white piece of paper to you folks. And of course the destruction manual. That's for pussies. And this thing. A cleaning cloth. Pretty standard stuff so far. We've got a little adjustment tool. A kill flash. A flavor packet. The sight itself, and if I can get my stubby little fingers in here, a battery. So in this case, batteries are included. Oh, yeah. And I can see how if I had to listen to music like that, I'd probably want to share it with everyone too. Let's move all this stuff out of the way. This battery compartment, pretty easy to open. The threads feel nice on it. Sometimes, I don't know what it is about battery compartments, but some of them, the threads just feel rough. Anyway, let's see. Does it tell me which way this goes? I don't see markings. Don't see any markings on that. Although the slot could be thought to. Let's see, there's a spring at both ends. Not really any hint on the exterior of this thing. No. No hint. So, I'll resort to the destruction booklet because it is possible to damage electronic devices sometimes. Oh, there we go. There's a picture. The little nipple part goes out. Alright. I like my nipples out anyway. So, let's see if we can get this sucker on here without cross-threading. Alright. So we got a windage cap here, and there's a little tool for the windage built into the cap. That's neat. I've seen that on a couple other sites. One that comes to mind is Hollow Sun. Let's see if you can hear it past the traffic noise. I don't know if you can hear it, but the clicks are fairly soft. You can tell, but they're not, you can't feel them very much. You can hear them a little bit more going one direction than the other direction. The caps are dummy corded on here, which is helpful if you have a dummy operating it, like me. Yeah, it's about the same as the other one. So both windage and elevation is quick adjustable. It doesn't say what the increment is on the adjustment wheel. That's one of those things that I would like to be printed on there, so I don't have to refer to the manual in the field to remember whether it's a quarter minute per click or half a minute per click or whatever. But it's serviceable, and it's the sort of thing that keeps costs down, so that's appreciated. These lens caps have a little stop on them to keep them in the open position. That's good. And it's on. Alright. So as you could see there, you can see green light from looking in the out. I'm probably not going to be able to get you a good look at the reticle, but let's see if I can shut it off. There we go. And if you'll bear with me, I'll see if I can get focused on it. There we go. Yeah, you can see it okay. Go back to autofocus though, because no way can I handle that consistently. Come on. Channel my inner AVE and focus, you fack. Okay, I think we're on. Alright, so what do we think? Let's take these off. We have a adjustable diopter. We look through the sight, and it's a reasonably large. It's a pretty decent eye box here. You don't get a good feel for that through a camera, of course. You guys know that. But the eye box is pretty decent, which you'd expect for a 1-power Prism. Traffic. So we'll get some more impressions of this on the range, but my initial thoughts about the reticle here is that you can see how it has this big huge circle like an EOTech, probably 65 MOA. I'll check the manual on that. And it has a nice decent sized chevron inside. What really sticks out to me is that this is thicker. All the parts of the reticle are much thicker than they are on, say, an ACSS reticle. And that means that they should pop up a little faster. Being thicker means they should be a little bit faster at close range. Illumination goes hella bright. Look outside with it. Yeah, you know, I'd say that's daylight visible. It's pretty bright. It's not searing bright, but it's good enough that I can see it against a brightly sunlit block wall, and that's probably good enough. So I'd say that this is overall, so far, assuming that it's durable, holds zero, all that neat stuff, and that all this sort of thing kind of plays out on the range as well as it does an initial impression. It seems a fairly well put together sight that's well optimized for close range. The purpose of the reticle in this is not bullet drop compensation, as you would, well, it's not bullet drop compensation. It provides you a couple of offset aiming points to account for height over bore. That is, every sight cannot be at exactly the same level as the bore axis, or it would be inside the bore, obviously, duh. So most sights are elevated directly over the center of the bore by some degree. On the AR-15, that elevation is a fair amount. It's a good, I think it's about 2 inches or so above the center of the bore. And that means that if you shoot at something at close range, the point the bullet hits is substantially below the point where you're aiming at. It's called sight offset. There's a few ways to handle that. One is you just learn what your sight offset is. If you want to hit somebody in the nasal cavity inside the room distance, and with most rifles, you aim at the crown of their forehead and the bullet goes where it needs to go. Another way to handle it is to use another part of the reticle to aim at specific distances. An EOTech provides you with that big 65 MOA circle, and you can use the bottom notch of it for that purpose. But there's some distances in between. At, say, if you're zeroed for a 50-200, then that means, well, what if somebody's 45 feet away? Where should you hold? The point of this is it gives you a reference to hold at. We'll see how well that works on the range. I love you.